let's make it normal to not worry about a black woman when she's been raped or molested. Let's do that, right? Because everybody's supposed to walk around perfect. Ain't nobody ever took no L with no woman.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
But wait, it gets worse.
Malika says, I'm glad you got over that foolishness, learned from it, and you're here to school us on your experience. Again, brother, like I think you were in Dr. Tia San's chat the other night. You may have been. We got to start sharing our stories, bro. Get over the embarrassment. It happened. Because guess what? Why am I going to be embarrassed about a situation I actually get to breathe and talk about? The next story, this brother didn't get that chance. Why am I going to be embarrassed to talk about my story and these bitches out here running around with 3 and 4 children from 3 and 4 different men? Don't none of the children have a damn daddy, and she still don't have no fucking man, to the point where all of a sudden she's a lesbian. Why would we be embarrassed as men and we see how our women moving? Why would I be embarrassed? And I survived? I'd be a piece of shit as a black man. Let me look in the camera. I would be a piece of shit as a black man if I did not share these stories. I would be a piece of shit as a man, period. Take race out of it. If I didn't share my experience and what I went through and the foolish ass part that I played. Because guess what? There's another man out there doing the same shit right now. When I say man, he might be in his late 30s like I was. He might be in his mid 50s coming to this realization. Because again, we get shamed so hard. We get threatened so hard with losing our children, losing our money. Nobody to ever, like the shit that men go through in relationships. I say this all the time. A lot of times when women are talking about the fucked up shit about relationships, they're talking about their hurt feelings. When men are complaining about shit, we're talking about actual life impacting situations. Losing children, losing money, losing a home, losing a car, losing your freedom, losing your fucking life. Most of the time, women are doing what? They are bitching about cheating. They're talking about hurt feelings. So again, brothers, I'm telling my story because it's my fucking story to tell. Everybody may not understand that. But to salute the brothers like Malika, salute the brothers like Jason, salute the brothers like JC that understand why I'm telling this story. Again, for the younger cats, my goal is to get you smarter quicker. For the guys around my age group, I don't give a fuck what your mom's talking about. I don't give a fuck what your sister went through, because a lot of times we use that shit as an excuse. I don't want to be that guy because I wouldn't want somebody to treat my mom or my sister that way, or my auntie or some other woman that you love. Again, Malika, that's why I was going back to we're actually in love with these women because we don't see their behavior as red flags. Because it's normalized. And I say this all the time. It's a lot of guys that got this sage ass wisdom that'll be like, oh, Kofa, it's your fault. You shouldn't have did blah, 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 blah. It's so fucking normalized, and you're 100% right, but it's so normalized. Why would I feel embarrassed about it? So let's make it normal to not date single moms. Let's do that. Let's make it normal to not accept black women's mental health issues. Let's do that. Let's make it normal to not worry about a black woman when she's been raped or molested. Let's do that, right? Because everybody's supposed to walk around perfect. Ain't nobody ever took no L with no woman. A lot of these dudes that are talking that shit are full of shit. But I will give them that. You're right. Again, I said 100% accountability for what I did and what I allowed in my house. That's why I sit in this bitch by myself on a regular basis. And when I want some pussy, let's get this clear. I am that nigga. Don't get that fucked up. I said I was gonna stop using that word too. But just for tonight's sake, don't get that shit fucked up. I am he. Let me get back to the comments. Jason Williams says, no, never. JC said, damn, correct. Broken Tradition said, nope. Says facts. He also says, can't be a safe haven for these hoes.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
Sean says, your ancestors protected you from her. Glad you came out of it alive and free. That's big facts. Cynthia Rose in. She said, vet everyone if you get into a relationship or a business with anyone. When people show you who they are, believe them the first time.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
That's what he says, man. Cynthia Rose says, why? Joseph says, salute Kofa, salute good brother. Cynthia says, that's on you, bro. I think you just saw that part of me saying I take 100% accountability. Also said that in the beginning of the program. So again, Cynthia, but we have to, if that's going to be 100% on me, then we have to say that it's 100% on women who get raped. Because guess what? It's a lot of women that shouldn't have been over there with those dudes, but she wanted to go have fun and get drunk. And then she woke up her cat and her asshole hurting. So that would be her fault as well, correct? We can't have it one way. It got to be both ways. If it's the men's fault for being this damn foolish, it's women's fault when they go through shit. So, truth told, if that's going to be the case, is the women need to take accountability for getting their ass beat. Let's also normalize men not protecting black women who aren't in their bloodline. If we're gonna have we're really gonna have that conversation, it got to go both ways, or it can't go no way at all. We love extending grace to women to go through that type of trauma, but we'll clown men. Again, I went to my therapy. This is why I can come here and talk. Most of the brothers that need to go to therapy, they're not gonna say shit. And when they do, they'll shit on brothers like me for telling our stories. Because guess what? They're too afraid to tell theirs. I want to make it okay. But you're 100% right, sis. That's on me. And again, by the grace of God, I came out free and alive, like Sean said. So I would be remiss as a man not to share this story. And this is why I said it on the thumbnail. Don't be us. Travis Rudolph, when he took the stand, he said something to the effect that when his ex or the chick, I can't even remember her fucking name. Fuck that bitch. When she was abusing him verbally or physically before, he thought he deserved it. And I felt that shit in my soul, because when I dealt with her before, I thought it was my fault. I thought I did something to trigger her because she had been through sexual trauma. I thought I did something to her because she had been through physical trauma. Maybe I said something the wrong way. Maybe I felt that. And real quick, Ace Metaphor, tonight's conversation, the playing cards, chick on there named G.R.O.W.T.H. She was talking about men need to understand that black women with attitudes have been through so much, and it's a defense mechanism, something to that effect. I'm not quoting sis verbatim, but again, this is what it looks like, Keita. When brothers like me do this shit and we become the abused, nobody's there for us. It's immediately our fault. This is why y'all get cold ass brothers. It's not because he's abusive. He's just walking away. And we can recognize a lot of these women after this shit and some of the other shit I've been through in life. Won't no other woman get me. Because I can recognize that shit from, I see the fucking trauma. So no, I'm not going to date a woman with mental health issues. No, I'm not going to date a woman with family issues. No, I'm not going to date a woman seriously that got fucking kids. No, I'm not fucking dealing with y'all. But guess what everybody says? Then the shame starts. I don't know what you going to do. Most of these women got kids. Well, everybody got something wrong with them.